There was one regiment that went to Samoa for 3 months before us. Uh, they said they was going to open up the beaches for us, eh? And they're in Samoa 3 months before we were, and it ended up they were still in Samoa, and we're the ones that landed on Guadalcanal, and they came in 2 months later. 2 months later, here they was going to open up the beaches. But by right, they should have taken them because we put in a week on the train to take us from the East Coast to West Coast, 3 weeks zigzagging to New Zealand. That's a whole month, just about not doing any kind of exercise and all that. In other words, the average guy wasn't trim enough to land on any beach because, as it was, we were actually weak because we didn't done much training. Because all we done more or less is sit around and whatever, you know.
Travel?
Yeah, travel. Yeah. So we were in a bad shape, really. We were in bad shape to make a landing, but that's the way it went. Yeah.
Did you face heavy resistance when you opened up the beaches?
No, there wasn't too much resistance. No, the Japs they thought at first we were just a scouting outfit, and they didn't realize we had more men than they thought, because the Japs was figuring, that general was figuring that they were going to land on New Guinea. See, that's the main thing in the general's head. He's going to land on New Guinea. That Guadalcanal campaign, that's more or less like secondary, you know. So it ended up. It took him a few months to realize, hey, they got to get Guadalcanal, because that's more important than New Guinea. So, but it was too late actually for them. Something that I never realized until the end of the war is the Japanese Army and the Japanese Navy, the big brass, they didn't get along. And they didn't actually get together and really talk over the battle plan. And which was good for us. Yeah, that general, all he thought of is getting on New Guinea, and finally Tokyo told him to get his ass in Guadalcanal because they're losing it. But it was too late, you know, I mean, because we was bringing in our reinforcements too, so that's the way it was won. It was won because the Japs didn't have brains enough, and you would think they would have brains enough because they were fighting the Chinese. Even though the Chinese wasn't as good, they got the experience from fighting the Chinese, because the Chinese would use ships to get their supplies up and down the Chinese shores for China at night, and the Japs would hunt them down with their ships at night. And then when we had our ships guarding Guadalcanal at night, our ships didn't have the experience of night fighting, but the Japs did, from that getting the Chinese, when they were sneaking in their supplies into different shores, you know, whatever. And so they were damn good night fighters. But it took our Navy a few months before they finally got wise of how to fight at night. And with the radar, we got the radar in it. So. Oh, there's There's a lot of things that goes haywire in a war on both sides. You know, it's all over the world. You know, there's a lot of our own men get killed by our own, and the same thing with the enemy. The enemy kills their people by mistakes. You know, at night they get green troops and all that, and they never really come out with how many of them got killed and all. But there's been a lot more than people realize, because I remember the first night they was taking this one guy back, and he kept mumbling, "I killed my sergeant. I killed my sergeant." He took his rifle away from him because, hey, he was out of his mind. Because, hey, to kill your own, it's bad enough killing somebody else that's an enemy, but your own, gee. So, no, these sergeants used to think at night they better check on the troops. The best thing to do is just stay in your foxhole and don't move around at night unless it's the big battle. So they learned the hard way. Yeah, they learned the hard way. Yeah. So it was one of those things that in life I went through quite a bit, but I appreciate life a lot more, you know, when you go through all that stuff. Yeah.
In the official report on the campaign, General Vandergrift wrote, "We struck at Guadalcanal to halt the advance of the Japanese. We did not know how strong he was, nor did we know his plans. We knew only that he was moving down the island chain and that he had to be stopped. We were well trained, and as well armed as time and our peacetime experience allowed us to be. We needed combat to tell us how effective our training, our doctrines, and our weapons had been. We tested them against the enemy, and we found that they worked. From that moment in 1942, the tide had turned, and the Japanese never again advanced."